Dee-dee-dee. Evening, everyone. I hope everyone's well, and welcome to episode 24 of the MSU live stream podcast. We are meant to be having Gareth Hockey on tonight, but he hasn't actually come on yet, so thought I'd just jump on and let you guys know that we are just waiting for Gareth to hopefully jump on the link soon. I've sent him all this stuff, and he said he was going to confirm. He confirmed yesterday he was coming on. So, how is everyone? I hope everyone's well. We haven't been on for a while. We've had a bit of a break. Me and Dale have had quite a few bits and bobs going on, so it's good to be back. Just hopefully Gareth will be here soon, and we can crack on with the questions that I have. What's everyone's thoughts of the racing lately? The British, the AMA, any good? Hi, Reese. Good to see you, mate. Who's going to Fox Hills this weekend? Anyone going up to watch? Does anyone have a phone number for Gareth? We'll give it 10 minutes, guys, see if he turns up. Hopefully he will. As I say, he did confirm yesterday. AMA has been mega. Track looks so fun and technical as well. Racing's been good. Yeah, I think racing's brilliant at the moment. I think, say, the AMA's gone outdoors. I prefer the outdoors. And the British has been good. There's some good rides in the world the weekend as well. Don't know if any of you watch the World or don't want to spoil it for anyone, but MX1 race 2 was pretty good. Canada, just going to get on now. Doesn't show up in here, but evening Leicester. I had a little chat with Leicester earlier about some cool stuff, so hopefully there'll be some cool stuff coming in the future for me. Evening Richard. Yeah, I agree. Canada Heights was awesome. I don't think it's the best track to for a spectator, but I thought the racing was awesome. We managed to move around quite a bit, and I really like the introduction of the youth on there as well. I think there was some brilliant racing in the youth that weekend. I'm just hoping that Gareth will come on soon, as this whole interview was about him. Does anyone know what happened to Comrade Muse? I see he said he was ill in Russia, but has anyone heard anything about him? Is he going to be racing this weekend at Fox Hills, or is he out for a bit? And what sort of sick was he? I've tried looking and I can't find anything. No, mate, I don't ride now, really. Don't get time, buddy. Hopefully, maybe my little boy one day will come. He's only one, so hopefully it'll be him next he's riding. I'm too old now. I'm actually racing the BSMA reunion race. Lee Ashby sorted out in September, so I will be racing then. So I need to get out on the bike, blow the old cobwebs out for that. Lester, I don't suppose you have a number for Gareth, do you? Not give him a call. I hope he ain't let us down tonight. I'll be a bit, bit peed off if he has. See you was out riding the weekend, Reese, getting some laps in, mate. Track looked sketchy at the MSGP when jump faces caught so many people out. Yeah, it was a tricky track. I think the hard pack and where they'd water it, I think they were just made it quite tough on the riders. I think. Bit gutted about Boris locking everyone up for longer because we can only have 4,000 fans at Matterley now, which is not ideal. Obviously, wanted that place to be packed in a couple of weeks. Stefan Everts is doing a lap at Fox Hills. That'd be good to see for everyone. I see him running around with his headset on at Canada Heights with obviously Liam running. Reese's getting them laps in. We'll give him another few minutes, guys, and then see how it goes. Kaz, I reckon you should do a lap at Fox Hills. The amount of time you spend out on the bikes with the boys, you'll be good. See you all out on the bikes this evening. Good to see. Well, I think we've been let down, guys. Lester doesn't have a phone number, he only has an email address, so. Oh dear, never had this yet, so this is the first for me as well. Yeah, I heard this rumour as well that Hurlins was doing Fox Hills. Maybe. I haven't seen anything confirmed. Be good to see him around there. Not really a Hurlins track. Well, I suppose it's not a Hurlins track, but up and down hills, hard pack. He likes the sandy stuff, doesn't he? I'm going to give it till 1:15, guys, and then I'll probably call it then if he doesn't come on. Hurlin's going to be British champion at this rate. Yeah, that MX1 class is stacked though this year. I think it's going to be tight this year for that MX1. Tommy, sorry, I was just reading something. Tommy, Walsh, Simpson, Sterry, Millwood. I think there's a lot of them that could take the MX1 championship this year. Young Everts, as well as Dad's supposed to do it. I expect young Everts to be racing, to be honest. He's done the last few. So I should imagine he'll be out there racing. We do have the Clash this weekend as well, don't we? The clash, which was, I thought would have been a perfect time to speak with Gareth about the clash between, exactly, Kaz, the clash between the MX Nationals and the British. That's exactly why I thought it'd be such a good time to have a chat. He's someone's banged a phone number on there. I better take that off, but I'll give him a call, see if we can get. Let's give him a call, see if he's available. John's just put the number on and said that's the number when he had his little rant video at Cullum. So let's try that, shall we? Here he is. He's coming. He just popped online. Can't see him yet though.
You got me?
You there, Gareth?
Can you see me now?
Yeah, hello, mate. How you doing?
All right, good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a late. Yeah,
a little bit, but you kept us all on our toes anyway, so it's good.
Yeah. Hang on,
Thanks.
It's all right. We're busy at the track, so.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I'd say we appreciate your time for coming and.
Yeah.
We won't keep you too long.
That's all right. I'm just responding to a message from Mr. Thorpe. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right, mate.
All right. That's it. You've got me now. Sorry.
That's all right. I'd say welcome to the show and thanks for taking the time out to come and speak to us tonight. I think it's a big week, a lot going on for you guys, setting up for this weekend, and appreciate you taking the time out. Obviously, we've had a good start to the season. I personally think the British has been good this year. Obviously, Cullum was tough for you. You with the COVID restrictions and stuff. You took some abuse from people through your organisation, which you obviously openly spoke about how angry you were about that. So
I could take Cullum, being honest with you. There was lots of things wrong. I could take all that on the chin. What got to me with the rant, and it was the wrong thing to do, but I've got quite a young team, and to have young girls, because we record all the phone calls and things like that. So at that morning, I'd listened to 3 phone calls from older people, to be fair. And it was just the way people had spoken to like girls who were trying to help, because we were trying to bend the COVID rules to get more people in. And perhaps that's just COVID. Perhaps I think everyone was hyped up. I think.
Yeah. I just think everyone wanted to be racing, didn't they? You included, I think. Everyone wanted to be in that day. And I think emotion just probably ran a little bit high.
And it's like no different to me. I think it's like, you've bottled yourself up for 18 months. And I think we all wanted to get and do something. But from our point of view, we knew round 1 was rubbish. I think we can all say that. But it was probably better than it's been in the past. And then hopefully we're improving round on round. I think we're starting to get, the respect of the teams, and I think the riders, everyone wants change, but they don't particularly like change. But like I say, we'll start some open dialogue now with the teams and the riders. The good news is, what we're doing with the clubs is working. We know we've got Salop Club back next year, so we've got Hawkson already in. Canada Heights, I believe, are over the moon. That's the feedback we're getting. So Canada Heights. So we should be able to build quite a nice championship with like the proper old school tracks back. So
yeah, no, it's great. And say I didn't make Ling, but I had such great things, you know, with the addition of Hurlins and Watson turning up as well. I had such I had nothing but praise for that event.
Yeah, but then Canada Heights was again, I think we've got good riders over here. And Jeffrey and Ben were like a nice little draw. But if you look at the quality, MX2, MX1, MXY2, there's quality all the way there. And I think, we need to perhaps nurture ourselves a little bit. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want people to invest in our kids as such, because I've worked with them for 10 or 12 years now. So
you were lucky enough to be one of the team managers for the junior championships as well, aren't you? So you get to see the up and coming. I've got a big passion for youth motocross as well. I don't think enough is invested in the young, and bringing to race day on Sundays, I think was a great addition as well. Getting these kids riding with the pros on that day.
Yeah, and to be fair to the pros, Tommy, Adam, Conrad, they all engage with the kids, so it's good. And I think they can all reflect back. It's like they all started there, so I think that's what it should be about. Is we've got talented kids, 100%. There's future world champions in probably every class we've got, and it should be ACU. As a governing body, we sort of need to invest in the youth to get those champions again.
Yeah, I'll say I was lucky enough to be at Canada Heights, and the youth races were fantastic. They were, all the way through the field. They were just, going for it. No holds barred, was there? There was,
They do, and it's like you say, you watch it, and it's like the race schedule at the minute is very experimental. Because we don't know what works. And maybe that'll change for next year. There's talk that we'd like to go to qualifying on Saturday for the adult races. But again, we'll speak with the riders and the teams. But Ling, Canada Heights, we could have been at nearly 60 MX2 riders. So it was like there's definitely an interest in that, and whether qualifying is something we look at. But like I say, it's pretty much an open book a minute. So we'll see what. Develops.
You're still limited with ticket sales as well, obviously, because of this COVID restriction. Only 4,000 at the moment. I reckon you could have easily had another 3,000 or 4,000 the weekend.
Yeah, well, Canada Heights is like it's always good anyway. And I think it's the same thing. I think with COVID, everybody wants to get out. And like Phil's, we've just been discussing it. That was one of the things they were a bit late getting their advance tickets on sale. And obviously, all the clubs, it's quite a new thing to them. So they're panicking a bit. They've sold just shy of 1,500, which is good for a British Championship in my view. Having a view, and like people are going to turn up. We've had loads of people on social media. Can we come and camp? Well, yeah, you can camp. Come in Friday night, stay till Sunday morning, basically. So
it's fantastic. Have you got any GP boys there this weekend? Because of Matterley, obviously, next weekend?
Nothing, no. I think, Russia seems to have given a load of them viruses.
Okay.
Yeah, I know of a few officials, and like Conrad was quite roughy, but Conrad's in. So they've all backed away. We'd had discussions with Jeffrey, as in the club had. But no one needs to pay that much money to have a rider to come over, I don't think.
I agree with that. You should ride a bit because you want to sometimes as well.
Yeah, and it's like I want to see. Not being funny, if we can get Sean, Tommy, Adam, all there battling, I think that's probably a better race than Jeffrey just disappearing. Maybe. So.
Yeah, because I say before you come on, we were discussing. There's Tommy, there's Sean, there's Adam, there's Jake. There's a few of them who can definitely win.
Yeah, now there's only 4 points between Dylan and Tommy. This is probably Dylan's type of track, so it's going to be a good weekend. And like I say, our MXY2 it's nearly full, and those kids they just battle no matter what position they're in. So
I think we could do with some rain. I don't know what the track's looking like now. You're up there. I think we could probably do with a few downpours.
Yeah, we could do a rain, but they're planning to start watering tomorrow. quite a lot of changes. The track's quite different. They've altered a few of the jumps, and the start's back as it used to be. It does look good. I did a lap round it on in the Yamaha Wolverine tonight. And like I say, I think it's raining now as we speak, but not enough.
Perfect. Yeah, we need a bit more.
Yeah, the sprinklers are ready to go, so I think Paul's all set. Like the vibe is good. It's like really, really positive. I think there's going to be a big crowd again, and I think there's going to be some good racing.
So I've got so many good childhood memories of Fox Hills, sitting either side of the valley with the air horns going. So hopefully we can, replicate a bit of that this weekend.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about it now, like when the Grand Prix used to be in the wet one and stuff like that. And
yeah, it's fantastic.
This is iconic, isn't it? So it's,
Yeah, such an iconic track. I didn't realise you'd had RHL so long. You've been doing this a long, long time, haven't you? Now, so
yeah. On my own, I've been since like 2001. So
yeah,
the beach race, and before that, I was with John for a good 10 years. So yeah.
I didn't realise it was that long. So I've done a bit of research, and obviously you won an award from the FIM in 2008, which for best infrastructure awards. Which
well, we did.
People probably don't know that about you, do they? They probably
we did the Grand Prix at Mallory 2008, 2009. And being honest, I'd do a Grand Prix tomorrow if I could, but it's just so expensive, and you just lose so much money doing it. I take my hat off to Steve every week, but
yeah, we had Steve on a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. But
organising any event's tough, isn't it? I think people, all quick to criticise, but don't actually see what goes on. Like now, you're at the tracks out there.
Yeah, and they don't see. It's like with us now that we've got 12 staff working, so people don't see that they've got to have wages, and if you want to improve, you've got to invest. So, I think people are a bit naive to, they keep moaning, "Oh, he's doing it to make money." I'm not making any money, and if I do make any money, as I've done for the last 30 years, I'll put it back into going racing. So,
But personally, we needed this little uplift, I think, didn't you? Did you not think in the British, just need a little pick up of, the sport into the mainstream, I think, if we can.
Well, I've chased this, and that's probably some of the reason why I'm not being normal, Gareth. I'm a bit too emotional with it because I've chased it for at least 15 years. And when it lands in your lap and then you think, crikey, now I've got to deliver it. It's like, but as I've tried to explain into the ACU and some of the teams, it's like this needs to be a 3-year venture, and with this all connected and all working together. Because without the clubs, there's no racing. Without the racing, the teams can't run, so there's no sponsorship, and it's all one big. It needs to be one big family. That's. The Ustream thing is like it's a family, and it is really,
Yeah, because we the boys do want prize money. I guess the top riders, that is their job. So I'm guessing. I know at the beginning of the season there was none, but I don't know. Is that still the case, or is there?
No. They get prize money now. They've had prize money since Ling. The same thing. The prize money from a club point of view is way too much for what you're getting back. So we trim the prize money back. But what we're hoping is if we can raise the profile, instead of it becoming about winning prize money, you start to get riders that get sponsorship, and they get to earn a living out of what you love doing, being honest. So and it's the same thing. I think we'll review everything now. Like I say, for me, it was key to get clubs back involved and clubs wanting to run round. So I think now that's starting to happen. We'll sit down now next month and sort of have a reflect and a plan of what we want to do to go forward. We've got some ideas, but we do like people to get involved. So we like people to give us their views.
I think that's the best way. It's the way, if you know what others want, then you can deliver that sometimes, can't you? If everyone, go on.
And people sat on the outside looking in, because when you're running the event, you become too focused on the little things and miss the big things. So I quite like. Someone sat on the outside and said, "Well, why don't you do this?" Because I didn't do that because I was too busy thinking about will the start date drop.
Yeah, so easy done, I should imagine.
Yeah.
Obviously, this weekend we got a bit of a clash between you guys and the MX Nationals. I know it's not ideal. I know the guys have changed a few things at the MX Nationals, but was it avoidable or not?
From our point of view, probably not. But then, our issue is, and unfortunately, we've had this debate with a few of the team managers.
Yeah.
It's like the commitment for 21 was not to clash with Grand Prix, and to give riders that opportunity. But we know we can't do this in 22. If we're going forward, we'll wait till probably the second Grand Prix calendar, put our dates out, and that's where we're staying. It's just so much hassle for us to change things.
Yeah, there is a lot of championships now, isn't there? There's the Service, the Bridgestone, the MX National. You are going to clash on some, but I think.
Yeah, and I think the problem. It's a short season. That hasn't helped. Because normally Paul would have his 6, Colin have his 6, we'd have our 8. We'd all fit in because we'd start in March and finish in October. But unfortunately, due to COVID, there hasn't been that opportunity. So I think it'll be a lot better next year.
I think it has settled down. Yeah, I think there was like a few people on social media again, the keyboard warriors and stuff who don't say it to your face. I'm sure you have had people say it to your face as well about this clash. So at the end of the day, we're just trying to put on motocross events. It's just tough. Like I think people like Lee Webber who cab screens, he's got 2 championships where he's got the potential to win them both, hasn't he? So
it's like doing this event. The club came with the compromise of doing the Saturday, which we're for because it's experimental. To allow Paul to have MX Nationals on the Sunday in his pros. And like I say, that's where it's come out of. Trying to sort of work together. And Paul and myself, we probably speak once a week at least. So, people stir things up and say whatever.
Yeah, it's always funny.
He annoyed me a few weeks ago. I probably annoy him most weeks. So, but we are sort of connected and trying to work round things and work together. But not sometimes you end up in this situation, which is a nightmare, being honest.
Yeah, so you've had your fair share of criticism already this season, I think, from social media and people. So fair play for taking it on the chin sometimes, because it probably could keep down a bit, I think. Yeah,
but it gets you down if you read it all. But sometimes you've just got to try and, I had. I don't know if you remember Bog McMillan and Mark Davis from Honda come and see me and basically said, just ignore everything, get your head down and do what you do. So, that was kind of the right thinking. And that'll be the same year. Like I say, unfortunately, we've got a clash. Unfortunately, people will be, some will take Paul, well, it's not sides, but some will ride Paul's events, some are running year, and we've all got to work it out for 22, haven't we? We've got to be.
Yes. Again, if you use it as a learning curve rather than a negative, you're going to have people. It's not going to make everyone happy, which I understand as well. But you've got to learn from it.
A lot of it's passion. It's no different to my meltdown and explosion. It's all we're all chasing perfection and want it to be brilliant, but it's like we can't deliver it instantly. That's the problem. I think people, social media. I think you want instant results, and I think instead of there needs to be more of a plan. So
yeah, because motocross is a passion. If you speak to people who are not involved in racing, they don't have that same feeling as me or you or Lee Webber or it's in the heart. It's not just the sport, really, is it? It's in your blood.
No, it's like for me, Cullen was mega because it's like I've got Neil Prince's his son on a 65, Mike Church with 3 grandkids racing.
Yeah,
we're starting that cycle again, so you can see 10 years time, we're probably going to have MJ Church back and doing but
from your point of view, what would you want from everyone else to help you grow this this sport? I always think we always ask you to do stuff. What could people like us help to do?
I think, to be fair, I have so many nice comments now coming out of Ling and out of Canada Heights. Like I say, the rant thing was probably the wrong thing to do, but I've had more positive feedback from it. You know, and the support's there. I think from our point of view, we've just got to listen a bit now to the riders and the teams. Hopefully get the 3-year deal with the ACU sorted. And then, like I say, it's just all about being connected. I think that's, you know, I've run British Championships in the past, and it's felt as a club, you're sort of left on your own sort of high and dry. You know, you've got to find £50,000 or whatever it is to run your event. You know, and you're left there. And I think a bit from the team side, they sort of think they turn up and do the riding, and you know, no one was ever working together. And I think that's if I can get that happening, the rest will come. I think, you know, we can get there's new tracks we're looking at. You know, Scotland's coming alive, isn't it? To be fair with Stuart.
Yeah, I think Stuart Flockhart doing a good job up there. I think he had a great response from. Was it there at Doon? Was it Doon the other day? Or you know?
Yeah, and he, you know, but it's the same thing. It was a Scottish ACU. I spoke to him about Stuart because, you know, Stuart will have passion and drive and want to make it work. So it's mega to see Scotland. But whether
can we get that back?
Can we get what back?
Matchums.
It would be nice, but I don't know.
I don't know what happened there, because I heard it was, you know, I don't know what happened there, but I heard that they were on about doing an event there, so I don't know if we can ride there again or not.
Yeah, that would be nice, but there's good tracks, you know, there's new tracks coming, isn't it, if you start to have a look. And like I say, we've got some ideas, and hopefully there'll be some breaking news by the end of July with what we're planning. So I should say, perhaps we should have another chat towards the end of July.
Yeah, no, I'd love to have you on. Maybe again at the end of the season to see like how you think it all went. Have a bit of a recap. You know, see how you think it grew, and then the plans for the next year to try and really drive, you know, ticket sales and things like that to get the sport, you know, packed, to get these hills packed and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
it's amazing if you look at the last 2 events. You know, like you say, Ling was a sellout, which I don't think we've seen at a British Championship before. You know, and then for it to be repeated at Canada Heights was unbelievable. Like I say, I think this Saturday is very experimental, but you know, I still think there's going to be 3,000 plus people here.
you know, it's going to be
for a motorsport event, it's unreal. You know, yeah. So, like I say, let's see what happens and see what develops.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming on tonight. I know you're a busy man. I won't hold you too much longer. Will you be doing the Junior World Championships again this year? Is it on, or was it?
It's on in Greece. I've literally had the go ahead from the ACU yesterday. Being brutally honest, I need someone to drive a truck from the UK to Greece, because we need to get back for Blackpool the weekend after. So it's like, normally I would drive the truck, but I need to find a truck driver. So any volunteers want to, you know, drive across Europe, get in touch.
Oh yeah, check it out there. If anyone wants to, be great. Have you got lining up your team, or do you sort of know who you want?
Yeah, frustration with the team is some of my 85 riders are too old. So where I'd want to take Tyler Hooley and Finn Evans, they're over the age limit. 125s I think will be good, because it's like Bailey can ride, young Barker, young Hudson Roper, you know, Ollie Colmore. So that 125 team will be mega. You know, but like I say, there's good kids all the way through. You know, that's part of what we're about, is like, we want to help those kids do the best and become the best, to be honest.
I think getting ready as well, and understanding how the event works, getting in the pit box at the right time, you know, having to talk to people, stop and saying hello, and then, you know, getting into race mode. I think that's going to be great.
You know, when you see Brad out on the start line with some little 7-year-old kid showing him how to do the starts, it's like, mega. And that, you know, and that's sort of what our sport's about, isn't it? So
it's fantastic. Well, I'll let you get back to what you're doing. I really appreciate you popping on tonight, and I'll say we'll definitely catch up towards the end of the season, and we'll try and get a season recap and listen to what your plans are for the 2022 season.
Yeah. And anyone who wants to speak to me I'd sooner them speak to me than put a stupid message on social media.
Yeah, I sort of get that impression from you that you would rather have it like, you know, just tell you straight, you know, you're big enough and tough enough to take it. So,
that's correct. Do it that way. Wonderful.
Cheers, Gareth. Thank you, mate. Take care. That was a bit short, sweet this evening, but Gareth was busy. I know he's at the track trying to get it ready for Saturday. So sorry about the little delay at the beginning there. I think he was just running a bit late. So thanks everyone who did join in tonight. If you do want to drive a truck to Greece, then I'm sure Gareth would like to hear from you. We hopefully are going to have... we're looking at getting Justin Morris on next week, hopefully, if he's got time, as he trains quite a few of these young lads that Gareth was talking about, and seeing what he thinks about the sport at the moment. I think there's a real good buzz about the sport at the moment. I think, you know, youth motocross is improving, British motocross is improving all the time. So hopefully, you know, me as a boy, I used to, you know, just absolutely love going and watching British, and hopefully it's getting back to that point now. So have a good evening, everyone. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all very soon. Take care.